You probably want to just sit, right? Be calm. Is there a part of this piece that you think you should listen to in your head before you play it? Like, would it be the end or would it be the beginning? The middle, okay, and that's going to really help you set your tempo, right? So that you're just staying at a really nice, steady tempo when you start. So no matter if you're nervous or you don't feel well, you feel like you're shaking, or who knows what can happen, right? You just say to yourself, okay, I've got my tempo. I'm going to be good. I've got this. I got this, girl. Start again. I think so, unless you can pick it up somewhere else, but. She did well.
You nailed all of those trills and like the cross notes and stuff.
Yeah, that was really cute, wasn't it? Yeah, very, very nice. Those little grace notes, yeah, very, very nice. Good. What did you think that your sister did well?
I also just I saw her hand come up, just the articulation. It was nice.
Yeah. And it really does match the title so beautifully then. Yes, all right, great.
It sounded like an actual bird singing.
It really did, yes, for sure. And
also like the trills.
Yeah, they're grace notes. The trills would be different, right? Trills would be wonderful, and these are the little cute little grace notes. Good. Okay, so the first thing that I want to talk to you about today, Greta, is your tempo. So, what did you think about your tempo? Yes. So, how do you keep from speeding up? Because when you start to speed up, then the technique goes, right? Then you start to make incorrect notes and all that. So what can you do as a practice routine at home to keep yourself really, really on a good tempo? Okay, and play with the metronome, but also start it in different sections. Okay, because you don't want your practicing to be like being in prison, right? So, I have to keep the exact same tempo throughout. Right, that is the goal, but it's not going to happen if you just keep going from the beginning to the end. So the place where there was an issue, do you know where it was? It was somewhere on this first page. It was there. Okay, so why don't we go ahead and start it from right there, okay? And that would be a really good place where you could write in maybe a number 2. And you say, this is my second section that I'm going to work on. And that is, yes, sometimes I'm going to start with number 1 section, sometimes I'm going to start with number 2 section, and I'm going to really make sure that I know that. Okay, so let's go and take it from right there. Think about your tempo before you start. several times so that you're just really calm. Can you do it a few more times? It's up to you how many times you do it, but you just want to get to the point where you're just really calm and you really know it. Alright, so those repetitions are really up to you. Like if you get to the point where you're just, wow, I just know this feels so good, then you can either go on to another section, right? Or you can make it go a little faster, right? So either one. Sound good? Because the most important thing is that we just calm our bodies down, calm our brains down, so that we're just doing the same thing and it's feeling really good, musically as well as physically. Good. All right, so if you had a number 3 section, where could you put that? Okay, I would actually go here because this is troubling. Isn't this tricky? Isn't that the hardest part of the whole piece? Yeah. Yes, because your chords need to be more correct. So let's go ahead and play just your left hand here, Greta. Slow it down so you really know what you're playing. Let's stop. Good. All right. So now, can you do that much? Hands together. Again, at a nice thinking tempo. Good. So you don't. Now go ahead and do you want to try the next section? Play just your left hand by itself first. So go ahead and play the left hand, those four chords again. Slow it down. Pause and think between each one. There's no rush. All right, so what is the issue there? Tell us about how will you remember that? What happens from this D major chord to this chord? Now it's up to you. Do you want to start at the spot where you were before, or do you want to start it right on that measure? Oh, you want to start it right on the measure? Good for you. Okay, that's tricky. Go for it. That's tricky, isn't it? But what a great place to start, Greta! If you can get used to starting right there and be able to do it. What do you guys think? Oh, it's all right.
I just can't. I cannot read those letter lines.
Sure you can. Sure you can. Sure you can. So what are those ledger lines? Always the word ace, right? A-C-E. A-C-E, and then go ahead and think of it intervallically then after that. You got it. Great. Good. afraid of starting in a place that you've never started before, okay? Because then you are really getting your mind to like overload, right? The really good information, right? And in time, then it goes into the back subconscious. And okay, good for you. Now, there's one other thing I want you to think about when you play your little bracelets all over the place. Instead of playing like this, that your wrist is locked like this, can you feel like your wrist is actually up like a little bird and the little head is going up. So your wrist is what is the spring, right? This wrist. And so if you can get it to go forward, and off. So go a little bit slower so that you really see your wrist moving forward. And so it doesn't stay like that. You notice the difference? So start a little lower. There you go. A little faster, because you really have to think about low, and then forward, and up. Did you see that that was a little again? So you notice the difference between this and this. There. Do you see that lovely lark gesture? If you can get yourself to do that, it's going to look better, and it's also going to be even cuter. Okay, so can you add that to your marvelous routine of learning this work?